G'day everyone, Matt from Panda Garage here today. Continuing on from last week's video, we're actually going to be cleaning out all the oil out of the motor. Also doing a bit of a drain on the radiator too to add some more proper coolant instead of just running water in this thing. That was always just a temporary fix. But yeah, going to drain all the oil. We've seen that already. This car hasn't even done 2,000 Ks yet and we already have to drain the oil out of it, which is not good. So join me today. We're going to get that done. We're going to breeze through a lot of this because you guys have already seen this, but it's just a general bringing you guys along for the ride kind of thing. So join me here on Panda Garage today. Let's get stuck right into it.
Alright, so first things first, you're probably not going to be able to see it very well, but you actually need to reach up. There's like a little hole just up here on top of the... You can reach through to the radiator on the car. Now, because we're doing the oil today, I wanted to make sure I got all the coolant done first, just so it's not scalding hot. Because we'll probably need to heat up the car at some point. So once this, there we go. Fortunately we're catching some of it, but most of it is going down the back. I didn't get the priorities right. Just need to drain about half of the water that's currently in the system out. As you can see, it's pretty much just water these days. It's going to make it fun in a little while when I have to get under here. We haven't really got anything that can drain in here, but I think we're done at the back, so we'll try and catch as best as we can. So we're going to drain all this out and then we're actually going to top it up with concentrated coolant, and then we'll be able to actually start the car, warm it up, then we can actually do the oil on it. So I'm just going to breeze through this and I'll see you guys when we're ready to chuck in the oil or the coolant. I don't know what yet.
Okay guys, quick update. All hell is broken loose on this build. This car could possibly be the single worst car ever to work on. Now I haven't worked on a huge amount of cars, especially like anything from overseas. Mostly I've only spent a little bit of time on sort of cars from overseas, mainly from Europe and that kind of thing. This car, by far, hands down, king of the world, #1 on the podium, worst car I've ever worked on. Everything on this car fails, by far. I'm going on a rant at the moment because I am so done with working on this car. I have just put in a water pump, I have replaced the overflow tank, I've replaced all the hoses, I've replaced overflow thing, I've replaced thermostats that are broken. Every single part on this car has failed at some point. Now, went to screw in this little screw which drains out the radiator. Little O-ring gives up, doesn't it? Lets all the coolant out on the ground. Now, luckily I've caught most of it in the containers, but I've lost a lot. And that has pissed me off because I've just spent all this bloody money on this car yet again, and it has gone off and failed. Oh, I'm so done with working with this car. So my advice out there, if you own a Cruze, sell it while it works. By all means, get rid of the damn thing because it will bring you nothing but heartache. So I am bloody pissed. I want to say some other words at the moment, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to try and work out if I've got any O-rings or if I can even fix that O-ring, but it looks like it's torn to shreds. I'm so bloody done with this car. It just cuts my hands up all the time. Everything's in a stupid spot. Anyone out there that worked on this program should hang your heads in shame. Like, whether or not you were told by the bean counters that you couldn't do this, it's actually on everyone. You know what? Everyone at GM's on blast on this because this car is garbage. The fact that you're willing to sell this to the public is absolutely disgraceful, and it just shows how greedy some of these big companies are. You all went bankrupt, except for Ford. I'll give them that. But all of you went bankrupt. You got all the money bailed out by the people, and then you offer up big piles of crap like this. So anyone that owns a GM car, this actually, after all these experiences recent times, I will never buy a GM product again, especially a modern one, because they are pure garbage. So I'm going to try and work out what I can do with this O-ring, and I'll check in with you guys soon. Alright guys, I'm back. It's been many hours since the last checked in with you guys. I was pretty much at my wit's end, but what actually happened in the end is I actually looked up somewhere I could pick up O-rings from, and I went to my local Bunnings, which is pretty much just a hardware store for those playing outside Australia, and I actually got like a 42 pack of O-rings, all different shapes and sizes, and just tried out a few different styles to see what would fit right, and I got it fitted. And so I've topped up the actual coolant now. It seems to be holding a pretty decent level. Warmed up the car a little bit, and I'm currently draining the oil out. So we're sort of looking on the up at the moment. I think when I last checked in with you guys, it was about 5:30 in the afternoon. It's now 8 o'clock at night. And yeah, it's been one of those tedious days where everything goes wrong. But hopefully, once all the oil's drained out, put in the new fresh oil, new filter, we'll run the car for a while, make sure everything's a-okay, and keep an eye on that water level as well. Make sure the coolant level drops once the thermostat opens, and we can top that up and make sure that it's definitely ready to go. But having a little bit of success now, and actually wearing gloves for the first time. I know someone made a comment a few months ago saying that I should be wearing gloves, and I usually don't, but just because it's been such a mess tonight, I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to just chuck them on, and I had some for a rare change, so I've got a box of them at the moment. So yeah, they've been really handy. So I'll check in with you guys once we start topping everything up, and we'll start up the car and actually test this out. But yeah, threw a little tantrum before. I still stand by a lot of that though, but that's a whole other video. But we'll check in with you guys in a little bit. By the way, guys, just want to show, first of all, it's pitch black, so you're not going to see anything, but I've made quite a mess out in the garage tonight. My tools are everywhere, I've got bottles everywhere, there's leakage everywhere. It's not good, but we're getting there. That's the most important thing. So I'm going to change all the oil out now. It's all drained out. Yep, it's all drained out. It's just dripping now. We'll put a new filter in, new fresh oil, and we'll drop it on the ground and get stuck back into it. I just realised you guys weren't straight on just then. Ugh, what a night. I just thought I'd quickly stop. I'm just literally using just the garage light tonight. All our studio lights are over there. This was sort of like a must-do as opposed to doing it for a video. But what I wanted to just point out is that when I fixed the other plug that goes at the bottom of the radiator, I bought this little kit from Bunnings. Now, this was only $3.83. It had 42 different O-rings in it. And I fixed that, of course, and stopped leaking, which is fantastic. But I've noticed that a little bit of oil has been leaking from the actual sump plug. So I'm actually going to take out this O-ring. I'm going to try and find one that will fit from our packet here, put that in there, and then I'm going to attach it, and then hopefully we have no oil leaks. So I'm definitely going to do a video on its own just about this kit. It's the dark horse of parts tonight, and it's actually saved my night, and it's actually made me feel a lot better about this night. So I'll do a video in that in the future. Do that pretty soon. I might buy another kit just to show you guys what's in it. But yeah, bloody awesome. That saved our night, and that was $3.83 for a whole pack. There's 42 different O-rings in there, so pretty cool. I'm going to switch this out now, get some oil into this car. Okay, everything's on. The O-ring was put on, and it's worked really well. It went on really well. Actually, we picked out the first one. It worked out well. Got my studio lights on at the moment because it's getting quite hard to see, and using your phone like a commoner just wasn't really cutting it tonight. But I've got the lights, why not use them? So I decided not to be lazy. But that's our rank oil there. It's all murky and crap. It's only 2000 Ks old as well, so it just shows how many issues we've been having. Got our new water pump on the side there, just about to put in our oil, and then we'll start the car, run it, get it warmed up, see if the coolant level drops down. We'll top that up, and then hopefully we are all done. So we'll get stuck into the oil right now. Okay guys, the moment of truth is here. How will the car go? Let's find out. So good so far. Okay guys, I think we might have just fixed this tonight. It's looking good, everything's doing what it's supposed to. I guess we're not going to fully know till we get it out on the road. There's about 2 other cars in the way to get this out of the garage tonight. But I've been running it for a long time. I thought I might have had a fan issue, but once it got to about 110 degrees, it dropped, the fan kicked on and it dropped down in temperature. Sometimes it's funny seeing a digital like temperature gauge because you think it's going up really crazy, and you look at the normal dial and it's barely gone, it hasn't even touched halfway. So thank you all so much for watching. I know this was all over the joint and there was a bit of a rant in the middle there, but we got there in the end. It took many hours. It's about 9:30 at night now. We started at about 5:30. You can hear the fan going now, which is good. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember to check us out on Instagram and Facebook, the Panda Garage. Any questions you might have or any issues you might have with Cruze, because I guarantee you will, leave them down below and I'll try and answer them for you, or we'll try and make a video on it. So till next time guys, my name's Matt, this has been Panda Garage. I'll see you all next time.